Hey folks, Dave here tonight, going solo for a little bit, jumping on a little early tonight as we have my friend Ron's going to do a stream at 7 tonight. He's got a baseball game he's going to do, so I figured I would jump on early and that would give him a chance to set up and play his game at 7 without worrying about the stream here. So if you're tuning in, hello, just me tonight. Last night, no show last night. I was not feeling very well last night, and I don't know if the stress was getting to me or what. I took the dog out for 2 walks, and the second walk I went out for an hour. We actually did there's 2 routes I take, and I have one route that I just go around the local streets, and it's about 1.5 miles, and I have another route that I get on to the bank and back, and that was about 1.5 miles too. So I ended up doing them both. So it took me about an hour to do that walk last night. I was not feeling well at all. My chest was bothering me, and I just was exhausted. And it's kind of like I knew I overdid it, so I didn't do a show last night. So I took a little break. Ron was tired too, so he didn't. He was like, "Yeah, we'll take the night off." So sorry for not being on last night as we try to continue the support group here, as it's a Monday night. So we took off Sunday. We had a great night Saturday. Holy cow. If you guys are tuned in on Saturday night, we had 3 hours. We did 3 hours Saturday night. Myself, Ron, and Al Red Sox fan jumped in. That was a fantastic show. And we just kept going, and we were playing videos and the whole bit. We had a really good time on Saturday night. So I took Sunday off, and now we're back here. And a couple people in the chat already. Hi, Philip. Yeah, just me right now. I'm not sure if Ron's going to jump in at all. He's got a show coming up at 7, so I'm on early tonight, just kind of saying hi to everybody. Got to put up some new banners behind me, and I got my my gold seals tonight, so I'm pretty happy there. If you're asking me how I'm doing okay. The wife got some good news at her work, so that's good. Myself, I haven't got any good news in quite some time. That's probably why I was having the chest pains last night and into today. I'm hoping it's just all stress. That sometimes when that gets stressed out, it goes right to my chest. So I was a little concerned last night. It hasn't really gone away, but it hasn't gotten any worse. So I'm kind of thinking it's stress, and I'm trying to calm myself down. Doing this calms me down, if you can believe it. Hi, Sportsman Z. Thanks for jumping in and saying hi. And hi, Alan. Hope all is well. And now Larry's jumping in. Hello. Right now it's just myself. I'm not sure if Ron's going to join. I'll send Ron a quick link if he wants to jump in, so he can say hi to everybody before he jumps on his stream. But so just come in and see how everybody's doing tonight. I started a couple of new games. Holy cow, I'm having some fun with these Roberto Schiavini games. I'm having a blast with them. So hi, APBA Chatter. How are the Reds doing over there? Jimmy Dukes, buddy, what's going on? I'm missing hockey so bad, Jimmy. I'm so missing hockey. I don't think I've gone a month without playing hockey in 25 or 30 years. Really, it's been a long time since I've gone weeks without playing hockey. And I'm wondering how I'm going to be, how rusty I'm going to be. I think the last time I missed more than 2 weeks of hockey, I had foot surgery back in 2005. I had something growth on my foot, right? And so they had to do the surgery to take it out. And turns out it wasn't cancer. So I was real happy about that. And they patched me back up. And I was on medication for about a week, all loopy, while it healed up. And it took about 2 weeks. And then I was ready to skate. And I skated and it started to bleed a little bit. I was like, oh, man, I better take some time off. But I didn't skate for 2 weeks, and I was exhausted just from 2 weeks. So this is probably going to be a month or two. I'm going to be really, really exhausted. And Michael, thank you so much. I hope you're doing okay, Michael. Mike, you're like the toughest guy I know. Seriously, you have so many ailments. I don't even know what they are. And you slug it out, and you'll come up and you'll referee 2 or 3 games for me and play 2 or 3 games on a Saturday morning. I mean, if I was half as tough as you, and I'm just not. So you inspire me, Mike. You really do. When you come up and you tell me all the ailments you have, and then you just keep playing and skating and help me out on Saturday. It's really unbelievable. So yeah, I'm going to try to take care of myself. That's why I didn't do a show last night, because the pains here were concerning, but I wasn't about to go to the hospital. And I know, right? We need to get back to playing hockey here. And everyone else will be rusty too. That's right. See, no one can really play. I mean, I guess you could skate around outside, but you can't skate in groups. And what stinks is right up the street, there's a hockey rink. I could even walk to it if I wanted to. That's how close it is. And it's a small little rink. and it's you couldn't really play a game in it, but it's just, I could go there and skate myself, but I think I would get kicked out even by myself because they're not letting anybody go outside and do anything, even by yourself, which is too bad because I wouldn't be bothering anybody just skating around. But I can't even do that. I was gonna, see if I could get permission from the town to get down by myself, but then they'd say, "Oh, if someone else come down, now we get two people skating, and then everybody's gonna want to do it." So I get it, and yeah, Mike, no, that's always been the truth. I'm gonna, I'll fess up to that. You are one tough guy, and I don't get it. So, and hi, Nate. Nate, thank you so much. Some of the guys have actually been paying me for the hockey season, even though we're on a pause right now, and which has really helped me out because there was a lot of people that when we stopped still owed me for 10 or 11 games and didn't pay me a thing. And it's like, oh man, if you can even just catch up, at least I'd have some money in the bank for the business. So I still got to, pay my business taxes, and I still got, a few other things to do. So I'm not getting any money right now, but I still got business things I need to pay for, websites and stuff. So everybody that pays me even just a little bit is really helping me out. And tell the toy that training for the geezer Olympics. Yeah, I am a geezer. I'm an old geezer, but I still get out there and skate whenever I can. And I try to do that the best I can. But that's why I've been taking the walks, trying to keep me in shape. It really stinks that the gym is not open because I have the time to go to the gym. I like the rowing machine. I could get out and do the rowing machine. Unfortunately, that the gym's closed, so I'm stuck to walking. And now in my town, they tell me you can only walk on one side of the street because I don't want people walking by each other now. And every day they tighten that net. First was, oh, you can go out. Then it was like, can't go to this place. Then it was like, stay away from people. Now it's like lines get in the grocery store because only so many people in the store at a time. Now it's going to only walk on one side of the street every single day. Like Ron says, drip, drip, drip. It's just like, man, I wish a couple weeks ago they just said, look, don't leave your house for 2 weeks and then get back to normal. That would have been the best thing. 'Cause 2 weeks, put everybody inside that has it, cure the people that got it, keep everybody away from everybody so it doesn't spread for 2 weeks, and then maybe back to normal. But this little ticky tack and take this and take this and take this and take this and whittle away at it. It's not really. They're trying not to lock us in our house, which is a good thing. But at the same time, it's just extending this thing way out. And so, so anyway, so I played a really cool basketball game today, that Roberto Schiavini game. So the Sweet 16 playoffs, I think it was called. Boy, that was fun. I even did a little modification in the game because you're supposed to roll the dice and get the score for the half. So you just roll 2 times, get first half, second half, and that's your score. Well, I broke it down into quarters because I love rolling the dice and getting different results. So you have a good quarter, you have a bad quarter. So I have it set up so you can roll for 4 different quarters, and that was really fun. And then I finally got my other basketball game, and it's actually another person from Italy did a basketball game. And this one was a lot like shootout hockey. And if you guys know, I know how to, I love shootout hockey. This really feels like shootout hockey where you play the game in 3-minute segments and it tells you who scored the points. It's ingenious, this game. But I didn't hear from these guys for 3 or 4 days. I sent in my order. It wasn't a lot of money. It was like $15-16 for a season. I sent in my order and never heard back. Sent them an email, never heard back. And then I heard they're from Italy. I'm like, oh, what if something's like wrong? Or what if they're going out of business? And lo and behold, Monday morning, I get an email with the season saying, sorry, we took so long. So I'm okay, that's fine. I'm cool. I know things take a while. So I printed out Celtics and the 76ers and the Lakers and Atlanta Hawks and Seattle Supersonics from the 83-84 season. So now I can play that. And what I really like about that is you roll the dice and it gives you 2 numbers, like a 5 and a 3, let's say. And you look at the 5 and a 3 column, and that's 8 points, but then it tells you who scored the 8 points. So it might say Bird hit 2 out of 3 free throws, McHale was 1 for 1, and Parrish hit 2 free throws, and that's your 8 points. So it's like it breaks down the game like that. So it looks really fun. So I got a Celtics season I'm going to play with that. And I want to get back to that other hockey game called Kill the Power Play. I get 2 projects planned. I want to play the 1920 Olympics. Yep. You heard me right. 1920 Olympics, Canada, Sweden, USA. Canada, looking at the chart, Canada's just going to destroy everybody. It's not even going to be close. Canada's going to wipe everybody out. In fact, I heard that one of the games was 12-1 or 16-1 in real life. So I can't wait to see how bad Canada beats everybody up. So that's going to be one of my projects. And the other one of my projects is going to be playing some of the WHA hockey. Okay, not real familiar with WHA, but I know Gordie Howe played there, Jerry Cheevers, Bernie Parent, Derek Sanderson. They all went over there. So I'm going to roll some playoffs using the Kill the Power Play game and see what I can come up with some results on that. So that should be kind of fun. I also need to get back to Action PC Baseball so I can play the Cleveland Spiders. I've only played one game, so I need to sim that series and then pick up in the next series to see how see if I can get the Cleveland Spiders any win, because the Cleveland Spiders, they went, what did I say? They won 20 games. They went 20 and 134 in 1899. 1899 baseball. I don't know how many of you guys go back that far, but I played some 1899 baseball and had a lot of fun with that right there. And Amish, that was good evening. Thank you. I'm just on a little early tonight. I'm just picking up some of the slack as Uncle Ron is going on at 7 over on Twitch with a baseball game. So I wanted to get on real quick and give everybody time to say hi. We were off last night, but then also give everybody time to jump over to go see Ron's baseball game at 7. Let's see. Paintball Sniper on the Rooftop is next. Yeah. It just reminds me of that zombie movie. Remember the zombie movie where the people were trapped in the mall and there was a guy across the street and he held up signs saying, "I'm hungry." And they made sandwiches and put it on the dog, and they had the dog run across the street and give the guy sandwiches. That's kind of what's going on. Feels like, Jimmy Dukes. There are some fantastic games, and you should really check out Action PC Hockey, it's called. Action PC Hockey. It's by Dave Koch Sports. Okay. I love Action PC Hockey. You can buy any season practically, and you play it's a X's and O's type of game, and it's absolutely fantastic. In fact, let me see if I can show you a little clip of Action PC Hockey real quick. It's all mouse and keyboard driven, and I know that sounds kind of boring, but it's really not. It is really a fun game to play. So let me see if I can pull up some Action PC Hockey. Okay, here it is right here. So I replayed the Tugnut game. Okay, I replayed the Ron Tugnut game when he had all those saves in Boston. So let me see if I can just share my screen real quick. And this is I'm not going to include any audio, but so this is Action PC Hockey. Okay, and I'm going to make that. So this is, let me see, take that off the screen here. So this is what you do. So see how you got the guys on the screen here? And so I'm playing Quebec, Boston. This is on the PC. I think the game's 20 or 30 bucks maybe. And you can pick up seasons anywhere from $5 to $10. So for 25, 30 bucks, you could be off and running maybe. And they have sales all the time. So you take the face off, and so the text is in the middle here. It says who wins the face-off. So Burridge has it, back to Bork, back to Burridge. So now you look at the chart. Do you want to pass? Do you want to dump it in? Wesley had 3 stars, so you double-click on Wesley's name to try to pass it to him, and then Wesley takes the shot. The shot was blocked, and now Quebec has the puck. And so it's kind of an X's and O's game. So you read the chart here plus follow along. Sometimes they don't always match up, but you get a pretty good idea on the game, and you do make decisions in the game. You can change your lines. You can have the lines be automatic. Now, see, I got a balance attack. I can go aggressive attack. And so that's how it plays. I enjoy this game because I can go back and play any old season, and I don't have to worry about I don't have to worry about doing this with my fingers on the game. So that's what I really like about it. Let me see if I can put that back. There we go. So I don't have to worry about a controller. I can just play, and you can sit, and when a decision comes up, you can stop and walk away. You don't even got to do anything. So now you get a penalty, and it tells you who the penalty's on. It even announces the penalty on the game. It's kind of fun. You can put in your own rinks like I did here. So yeah, so this is, if you like X's and O's hockey game, this is kind of fun. It plays real easy. I mean, if you can watch my video, you can watch some other videos on this game. It's real easy to play. In fact, they got a football game that plays the same way. They got baseball, they got golf, they got basketball. As you can hear my dog going nuts because somebody walked by the house and he has to bark. So you're going to hear a lot of that tonight. But anyway, yeah, so Action PC is really fun. I was playing the 1899 Cleveland Spiders in the baseball season, like I was talking about. I know nothing about 1899 baseball, but it's just kind of stupid fun to play. So yeah, so that's a really fun hockey game to play. It's not NHL 19 or anything like that, but it is really fun. APBA, thanks for stopping by. I'll probably catch you later. Hi, Cause. It's going okay. Started to have some chest pains last night. I'm thinking it's stress more than anything else. Either that when I was walking the dog, maybe I pulled something in here. So right now I'm just kind of keeping an eye on it. Knowing me, it's just me completely stressed out about things right now, even though I'm trying not to be. That's why you missed me last night. I was not feeling good. I took the dog out for an hour walk, which was the second walk of the day. So I got a lot of walking in because we had 2 days of rain. So I didn't do any walking on Saturday or no, Friday or Saturday. I didn't walk because it was raining. So Sunday I went for 2 walks. And when I get back in, I was exhausted and my chest hurt. And I was like, okay, something's going on. Maybe I'm stressed or maybe I overdid something. But so I went to bed real early. I think I was in bed at 6 o'clock last night, just listening to the radio. And I was like, I hated to miss the show, but I wasn't up for it last night. So I come on real quick tonight. I'm the opening act for Ron, who's going to be over there. And yes, we need hockey back soon. We really do. I need something to do, something back soon. It's just anything at all I need to do. So I just been playing some games. I have developed a friendship with somebody in Italy, if you can believe it. We've been friends over email and now on Facebook, where he has all these little tabletop dice games. And I bought one and then I did a video review and he liked it so much. He's been sending me games and I've been reviewing them. And if you go to my YouTube channel, you can see that some of the videos I've done showing off his game. So he's been real happy and I've been real happy. I've been discovering new games. He's been making some sales on the game. So while he's holed up in Italy, he can at least make a little bit of money on some of his games. So it's been really fun playing his games. I did the basketball today. I even made a small modification. I was talking about how in his game you roll for each half. So you just like 2 rolls. Well, I spread it out into 4 quarters. So you get 4 rolls of the dice. It makes it a little bit more fun. And he gave me a thumbs up. He goes, hey, I really like that modification that you did. So it's good to see. Am I feeling better? I think so. I mean, things haven't gotten worse. Okay. So that's good. But it really depends. I get up in the morning and I have the radio on a certain channel and it's one way, and then you put on the TV news and it's another way, and then I get on YouTube and I try to listen to some independent people and you get a third way. So sometimes you hear the news and you're just so depressed because it's like, this is how it's going to be forever. And then you listen to some other people saying, nope, it's coming down and we're going to get through this, and then the summer it's going to bake off and be better and we'll be back to almost normal. And then it's just a matter of getting the vaccine and getting the cure or building up immunity or whatever it is. And so and one thing you get end of the world, and the next thing you get a little bit of hope. And this has been the balance every day. And I don't know how you guys have been doing that, but it's been yin and yang, and zip and zap. Feelings going up and down. It's been a wave of emotions over the last few weeks, and then and of course I'm sitting home. I have so much time on my hands that almost makes it worse. So I've been trying to keep busy by walking the dog. I'm learning how to play these games, making the gameplay videos, doing these things at night. So I need to keep busy, keep my mind off it. In fact, I got a book in the mail today. So I think I told you about this book called Ice Station I was reading. And it's part one of a series. I had no idea. I bought this book a few years ago at a flea market or a flea shop or something. It's I figured might as well read it. I got the time, and it was really good. And when I read the reviews on Amazon, it was really good. And so they had the second installment, and it was $6 with shipping for the hardcover. So I was like, send that to me. Send that to me. So in the mail today, I got the hardcover. And it's in great shape for $6. It's like, oh man, that's cool. So I got some reading to do. Is some of the things I'm going to be doing. And yeah, my gear is collecting dust too. I go in the garage now to take out the trash, and there's all my hockey gear, my ice gear, my roller hockey gear, all my sticks just sitting there. And I just bought a new pair of ice skates to referee on Friday mornings, and I wore them once. And I'm like, man, what, really? Who would have thought when I bought these I'd wear them once? And then it could be a few more months before I get back out there and referee again. It's like, man, got to be kidding me here. So anyway, so how is everybody else doing now that you know why I missed last night and back on alone tonight? How everybody else is doing. Ray, who's usually on with me, he got a new microphone, a new setup, so he's all good to go. He's got his microphone going, and he's waiting for his webcam, but he's still using his other cam. And we tested his mic out today, and it sounded good. So Ray's ready to rock and roll now. He's not using the phone anymore, and he doesn't have the little headset. He's got a really nice setup over in his office right now. And he's going to be doing some StreamYard stuff too. So check out 35 Productions on YouTube, or Ray on Facebook. So and here he is right now. Speaking of Ray, he's watching on the new version of Facebook. I haven't checked out the new version of Facebook, so let me know how it is, and don't catch the virus when I'm trying not to catch it, okay? But like everybody else, I was really sick in January, and so a lot of people are wondering, when they were sick in November, December, January, was that the coronavirus? So did I already have it or did I not? I mean, it's really hard to say. It's hard to say what that is, but thank you, Robbie, for the thing there. So I appreciate it. It's always good to be needed. It gives you reason to go on in the whole bit. And so the new Facebook is just meh. I haven't tried it yet, but and Larry's back. His buddy called him about golf and bowling. That's good. We need to get back out there and do some golf. I haven't played golf in a while. Do you guys know? I swear to God, don't mean to swear, but I got a hole in one playing golf one time. I did right over here in Wenham at the small course, the Lakeview course, which is gone now. It's all overgrown, and I even think they took down the clubhouse. It was a little 9-hole course, and I think it was 1, 2, hole 3 downhill, 150 yards, maybe 155 yards, just straight downhill. And I went out there. It was I remember it was right around my birthday. It was in April, probably 20 years ago. I think it was 20 years ago, back in 2000. And I had someone here working on the house doing some electrical work on a Friday in April. And I remember him saying, you might want to go do something for a few hours because you ain't going to have any power. So I said, okay, I'll go play some golf. So I grabbed my golf clubs and I went up to there. And it was one other guy in the course. And the guy that ran it kind of knew me because I bought my clubs there. And I wasn't a regular, but I was enough that he might have recognized me. So I paid him for 9 holes. He goes, just keep playing. There's nobody out there today. It's first thing Friday morning. It was cold day, and a little bit sunny. He's like, just go ahead and play all you want. Just don't hold anybody up. I said, okay. So I went and I started teeing up 4 or 5 balls, and I hit them, and then I go play a couple and finish out the hole. And that's what I did for the round. Well, when I got to the 3rd hole, I think the second ball I hit, right? The first ball I put on the green. The second ball I hit, where'd it go? Where did it go? So I hit a couple more, and I get down, and there was 2 off the green, 1 on the green, and I couldn't find the 4th ball. And I go over and I look, it was in the cup. And I didn't see it go in the cup because the green was covered in leaves because it was still early in the season. And yep, it had it because all the balls I had smiley faces and marks on them because I had all the crummy balls. I wasn't going to hit anything good because I kept losing them. And no kidding, the one with the smiley face went into the cup. And I should have kept it and put it somewhere as a trophy. And I had it here for a while, and I don't know what I did with it. Still might be in a drawer somewhere, but yeah. And so but of course it was just me, no one else saw it but me. There was one guy in the course, and I waved to him. He waved back, but he didn't see the shot. So I just continue on. I just played the 9 holes, hitting 4 or 5 balls. And when I went in to tell the guys, hey, by the way, I says, I hole in 1 3. And he goes, everybody holes in 1. Number 3. It's 150 yards downhill. It's the easiest hole. It's like they didn't even care. It's like, okay, but it's still a fun story to tell. Still a fun story to tell. Corey Walsh, what do you got going on? You're doing your first day of staying home, first day of a shutdown of work. Yeah. Hey, how was WrestleMania last night? They had that with no fans. I haven't seen any pictures yet, so I'm not sure how it went. I know that Gronk did something. He won a 24/7 match or something like that. I'm not sure. The Seals, Robbie, the Seals had so many versions. They played 5 or 6 or 7 years in the league, and they had probably 4 or 5 different designs. Excuse me. They had one that, so they had the Seal script. That was like their 3rd version, I think. They had one with it, an O for Oakland or a C for California. No, it was Oakland first. So O for Oakland, and then C for California. And then they went to the Seal script in gold, and then they went to the Seal script in a teal. So I think they had 4 sets of jerseys, all being told in that. They just kept changing the jerseys back in the day. It was really kind of weird. It was the Seals, and then it was the Golden Seals, and then it was back to the Seals, and I don't know. They kept changing owners in the whole bit, so it was kind of crazy. But yeah, it was kind of cool getting the hole in one. It was. 24/7 is basically the joke of the W. Yeah, that's what I figured. I figured it was nothing serious. I figured it was just kind of a fun thing. So good for them. Hey, good for Gronk. Of course they're going to pump him up. He's the new guy. They'll get him in. They'll get him some titles. They'll get him some FaceTime. Then they'll screw him over like everybody else. I remember watching the screw job in Montreal there when there was Brett Michaels. No, Heartbreak Kid. Is that Brett Michaels? Shawn Michaels. And how they screwed over the Heartbreak Kid. No, that wasn't Hart. One of the Harts. And remember that Vince made him ring the bell, and Shawn Michaels is in on it. And it wasn't Owen Hart. It was one of the other Hart brothers. Bret Hart. Bret Hart. He got screwed over and is in his hometown. He was supposed to leave the WWF and go to the other one, and they were going to let him win the title in Montreal, and they didn't. And that was a big deal. I remember watching some stories about that. That was kind of nuts. It was kind of nuts. Okay, Bret Hart. Okay, thank you. Yeah, it's Bret Hart and then Shawn Michaels there. I always liked Shawn Michaels. I did. There was we went to the last time we went to wrestling was at the Worcester Centrum over here, probably in 2000, 2001. Maybe earlier than that. I've got the clip somewhere in VHS, but it was the one where the DX had broken up and they got back together that night because Shawn Michaels comes out and he goes, and I brought the cavalry with me, and Triple H and Billy Gunn and Road Dogg and X-Pac all come out, and that was so cool. And the headline match was Mankind versus, I think it was The Rock. And they were fighting, and Vince was out there, and there was one big melee, and Stone Cold come out at the end, and he clocked The Rock, threw him on the ground, and then he picked up Mankind and threw him on The Rock. And of course, the referee turns around and counts to 3, and Mankind won the title. That was so cool. That was one of the ones they taped, and we were there for that. That was really fun. That was a good night. So when Stone Cold come out at the end, that was a good night. That's still on tape somewhere. I taped it, but I think I could probably find it on YouTube. But that was a good time. That was a fun time. That was the last time we ever really went to wrestling. We went to the Boston Garden a few times and saw wrestling. I saw who was it? Chief Jay Strongbow. Saw him. Tony Garea, Rick Martel, Adrian Adonis, who I liked, Pedro Martinez, who was the Intercontinental champ. So I went to the old school stuff a couple of times. Yeah, some classic names in that area. That was back in the 70s. In fact, you want to hear a funny story about that? True story. We begged my dad to take us. We were just kids. So picture 70s, early 80s at best. You know, when I don't know when Adrian Adonis died. But he was there that night wrestling Pedro Morales. And so we go in there, and back in the day, they just gave you a quick pat back in the 70s or 80s. So my dad had his cigarettes or his keys are in his pocket. So they pat us down. We go in. All of a sudden, I look around. My dad's laughing his ass off. I go, "What's so funny?" And he goes, "The guy's patting me down." He goes, "What's in your pocket?" And my dad says, "It's a gun." And the guy goes, "Get in there." Couldn't get away with that today. You could not get away with that today. I go, and we all started laughing. You know, but yeah, you just can't do that stuff today. They had a spot in the weight room where one of the wrestlers hung. That's pretty gory. Yes, it's a long story. Shut up. Yeah. Right. And I don't know what you can do with that. That's kind of crazy. That is a tough situation. I'm sorry about that. It's always tough when you lose a fish. I like fish. We had a huge fish tank. We had some great fish in that tank. We had the little sharks in the fish tank. The little sharks were great. They were so fun in the fish tank. They were. I guess I could put my finger in. They'd all come up, and I could pet them. They were really good. We had the sharks. We had the all the typical fish. Of course, we overcrowded. We bought so many fish. We crowded the tank. We had to go buy another one just to save all their lives. We got crazy with the fish. You're only supposed to put so many fish in the tank. And we're like, oh, every day we come home with a new fish. That's what we did. Too funny. So yeah, so I got to go and play some WHA hockey tonight, I think, while I'm watching Uncle Ron's baseball game. Either that or 1920s Olympics. I'm not sure which one. And tomorrow, if all goes well, I'll be streaming some Action PC baseball. So tune in probably in the morning. If I get up and feel better in the morning, I'll do some Action PC in the morning so I can get the spiders going, so I can get some more spiders. I'm trying to get the glare off my glasses. It's really not that easy to do. So we can try to get some more Cleveland Spiders baseball in. And I found out that you can play Cleveland Spiders on Out of the Park baseball. I didn't know you could, but some people in the chat the other day said, yep, you can do OOTP. You can play the Cleveland Spiders, so maybe I'll play a little bit of that too. The graphics are a little bit better, although I can never figure out how to play that game. That's a very, very different game. What was my YouTube channel? I think it, well, let me see. See if I can share my YouTube channel. I'll go to my channel. See if I can share it a little bit. I'm not sure how to do that. I think it was Dave Gardner videos. Yeah. So this would be my YouTube channel. YouTube.com/Dave Gardner videos. If you do a search for Dave Gardner, I think my YouTube channel will come up and it'll show some of the games I'm playing. I have some videos that show some of the things I'm doing, some of the other games I played in the past. So that is the YouTube channel, Dave Gardner videos. I think also you could find it under Ratcast Rewind, Ratcast Radio, I think. Yeah. So if you did a search for Ratcast Radio, so if you search for Ratcast Radio on YouTube, you'll find me as well. But it should just come up as Dave Gardner. You'll see all my lovely videos. You'll see my shining face. But I do a little bit of everything on my channel. I try to do some. I used to do a lot of PlayStation and stuff. You can't do Xbox. You just Xbox. You can't stream very well to YouTube. You can only you have to go through like an Elgato through the computer or whatever. PlayStation goes right to YouTube, which is really nice. You just got to be careful though. Oh, Tom, sorry, I didn't see you here. Tom, what are my top hockey cards and dice games? Okay. This is just me. I haven't found any that I dislike. Okay. So first of all, when I tell you my favorites, it's not that I don't like other ones. It's just I like these better. I've enjoyed so many hockey cards and dice games, but some just grow on you. Okay. I would probably say shootout hockey is my one, and Stratomatic hockey is 1A. And depending what I want to do, if I want a quick result, I go to shootout hockey because I can really bang that out, and I have a lot of fun with that. In fact, if you check my channel, I did a recap of the 72 Summit Series. That was so good on shootout hockey. Oh my gosh, those 8 games, they went back and forth, and you could feel the tension every time I rolled the dice and saw a penalty come up. So shootout hockey is really good. But if I want to play a longer game, if I want to play like more of a play-by-play or a little bit more meat on the bone, or kind of shootout hockey plays real quick. Okay, quick dice. Stratomatic hockey, you can feel the flow of the game a little bit better. So that's a longer game. So if I want to play a quick game, I'll go to shootout hockey. If I want to play a longer game, I like Stratomatic hockey. Okay, that's just me. I also like some of the quick play games. If I want a quick result, like if I'm going to do an entire playoffs, I'll probably do a quicker play game. I like Final Score Hockey by Downey Games, and also the one I just discovered is Kill the Power Play by Roberto Schiavini. Those are two my quick play games that I really like. I find the Schiavini games. He's from Italy. His hockey game, there's 4 different ways to play his game. You got a basic straight up roll. You have the basic roll plus the third dice, which is kind of a wild card dice that can do different things to change how the game plays. You got the power play aspect of that, and then you have all 4. So I like the Schiavini games for that aspect there. So if I'm going to go quick play game, I'm going to go to either the Schiavini games or Final Score by Downey. And hey, guess who's here? It's Ron.
Hello.
So how are you doing there, Ron?
Oh, just had an awesome dinner, and so it was good.
Fantastic. Yeah, I'm just sneaking on tonight, talk with everybody. I wasn't feeling good last night. Told you I had some chest pains going on last night after my walk.
Yeah.
So last night I took it off. In fact, I think I was in bed at 5:30, 5:45, just chilling out. Just
bye, darling.
So good. So I'm jumping on early tonight so I can say hi, and I know that you got some things coming on tonight. Tom, I have not played APBA hockey. I've seen some videos on it, and I just haven't played it yet. So I do want to try it someday. That's probably the biggest hockey game that I have not tried yet. It's something where maybe I'll try to pick it up on eBay or something like that. I just don't want to spend the money on it right now. But I had some people tell me I would like it. So I do plan on trying that at some point.
I don't know how much the base game is. It does come with 4 teams. That would get you a good feel for it. And if you didn't like it, you could sell it.
Yeah.
It comes with, I think, the Final 4 for whatever the last year was. So.
Yeah, no, I'll check that out. It's just, I definitely, it's on my list to try. It is really on my list to try. I have tried Hockey Blast and very mixed feelings about Hockey Blast. It's a very, it's Hockey Blast is a very different game than a lot of the other ones. And like Ron says, it's kind of a board game that's a sports game rather than a sports game that's a board game. And so it's got a very different feel to it. And I got a couple of issues with the game, and I need to go back to it and try it again when I'm in a good frame of mind. I went back a couple weeks ago and tried to play it, and I wasn't in a good frame of mind, and I rolled 2 or 3 times, and I just put it away. So
yeah, it's one of those ones you got to do first thing in the morning.
it's just I got to be fresh when I do that, and I got to be in a good mood when I try something new like that. But I played a couple of games, and I get hung up real easy on that game. Like strat flows. And even when I get hung up, I can usually dig myself out real quick and just move on. You know, shootout hockey, even if I get hung up on that, it's a quick hang up and I just continue on. Hockey Blast, I find myself stopping a lot and it just disrupts the flow of the game. And maybe I don't know it well enough, but it just, especially with the penalties, as soon as I roll a penalty, I just shake my head because it just, everything comes to a grinding stop when you get a penalty. It just, for me, Hockey Blast doesn't flow because it's a very different game and it's a lot of math and it's a lot of, okay, this guy to this guy to this guy takes a shot. Let's add up this and this and this, and then look at the goalie and then let's roll the dice on that. And it does a lot of that, just doesn't flow for me when I got to do that. So, and it is different. And some people love it. Some people love Hockey Blast. I like it. I don't love it. Okay. And I would need to go and make some modifications to Hockey Blast. I need some homebrew rules to make it easier for me. It doesn't flow for me. I don't feel like I'm doing a hockey game. I really don't. I don't know if that makes any sense. It's somewhere between a quick play and a long play. And for me, I have a hard time with it. And I wanted to like it because they got some good seasons and it's not that expensive if you order the PDF, and they have a lot of the teams that I like, and I wanted to like it. And I it's okay. It's just okay right now. And I could go back at some point and absolutely love it. I might go back and play it again and say, wow, you know, what was I thinking? Now, maybe I was in a bad mood and whatever, but I've tried it a few times. It just didn't do it for me, at least right away. And the thing about me and Ron will tell you, I'm an impatient gamer. I am. I'm a guy that wants to play and go on. So when I find a game that works for me, holy cow, I love it, and I stick to it like glue. And a lot of these Roberto Schiavini games that I'm playing, I can read the directions. It's like, wow. And I know they're quicker to play games. It's very different than Hockey Blast or Strat or whatever, but I can read them in my mind. And it's like, okay, I can play this game, and bang, I bang it out and bang it out and bang it out. And then all of a sudden I come to Hockey Blast and I can't bang it out. And I'm constantly learning how to go. And the learning curve for me is a little more than I wanted to spend on that game. And it intimidates me. I heard APBA's 90 minutes. Ron, is that about right?
I've never played it. I honestly don't know. That probably is about right.
I heard it's a longer game than Strat. And got shot. All those play games are like that. There's a bit of a lag with the game engine. They do it differently. Play does it differently than all the other ones, and I give them credit for that. And there's a lot of Hockey Blast that works for me. There really is. When I play that, I see a lot in that game that I like, but there's a lot that either I don't like or I'm not used to. Maybe I'm not used to it.
You watched any of the videos for Abatrix? That's the Going Around the World game. I believe that's their game.
Yeah. Rob was playing that a lot. I watched Rob play it, and also Steve Tower was playing that live today.
This afternoon, yeah.
Yeah, so I watched some of that, and that looked kind of interesting. And so you'd have to put in the time, I think. I'd have to really put in the time to learn it and get good at that Hockey Blast, and then it might flow for me. But it just seemed like the shootout hockey, the learning curve was small and it flowed. And Strat hockey, I fought with it initially in the beginning, but then when somebody just explained, say, look, it's not play-by-play. Just think of it like just a change of possession at some point. And when I thought of it that way now, everything made a heck of a lot more sense, because I was like, how come every time Bobby Orr gets a puck, he loses it? And I think it was you, Ron, that said he might not be losing the puck, but just in the progression of the play, the puck is turned over. Think of it that way. And it's like, that would make some sense. It's not a play-by-play.
Remember, for Strat, every card is 40 seconds.
Yeah, so at some point during that 40 seconds, Orr had it, and maybe his pass hit a skate and went to the other team. So once I like come back down and okay, that makes sense. And now I deal with that, and it's no problem. You play golf but never play History Maker baseball. They're all different games. They do things differently. There's a lot of symbols and there's a lot of checks. Is this person a star? Is this person, skinny or fat or whatever they do? They have a lot of different checks in their cards. And so it's a different way of doing it. And I suppose if you learned one of the games, you could probably play them all, which is a lot like, Strat is that way, and the Robert Schiavini games are like that, and the Downey games are like that. If you can figure out the formula, then you can pretty much play anything. So I think it'll be like baseball. Once you know the numbers, it goes by. That's what I did here. The only hang up I had with APBA hockey was the quick math you had to do. There was sometimes it's like, okay, I roll the dice. It's this guy against this guy. I got to subtract this. I go to the chart, and the chart's a 14, but because of the math, the chart's really a 13 or really a 15. That I didn't like.
Yeah, it seems to be just from on the surface, like there's no basic game. Now, maybe there is. But they're just trying to cram an intermediate game between a basic and a master.
And it's just, so it's like if I got to sit there, it's like, okay, here comes the shot. Oh, this guy minus this guy, go to here. This turns into this. What is this now? That's just enough to take me off my game.
Whereas, it's tough because basketball and hockey are tailor-made for fast action card play.
Yeah.
And so an APBA's deal is that it's all dice.
Yep, gut shot. Those are my favorites. It's just the Strat hockey. It just read off the cards, and then sometimes you take a quick look at a chart, but most of it's right down on the cards, and you get a feel for what happens. And the guy takes the shot. You roll the dice. You check the card. You check the goalie card. Everything kind of flows. It tells you where the rebound goes, and then you flip a card to see what happens. So the Strat flows really nice. I got a couple issues with Strat. I think that the defensemen get too many, quote, breakaway close-in chances. I don't like that. I'd rather see it more forward breakaways and defensemen, but, I deal with it. And the shootout hockey is so fun. The shootout hockey is you can either do the cards or the dice, and the game moves fast. There's a shootout helper that you can play it on the computer that does a nice job of keeping the game stats for you. And but shootout's a quicker game, and that's what it's designed for. And it's a highlight reel game. But I really like it. It's similar to Hockey Blast, where you have your lulls and there's things that don't happen in the whole bit. But with the Hockey Blast, I can feel the tension with shootout hockey game. I really can.
Oh, you just had that perfect thing with the Summit series.
Yeah, the Summit series was so good. And so, okay, so no basic game for APBA. The charts have a learning curve. Yeah, that's what I heard. Hi, ID. Just doing a quick stream tonight here for myself. Ron's jumping on at 7 on Twitch to do some baseball.
Yes.
See, baseball and hockey are faster paced, so you can see where the FAC is. Yeah, I mean, some games I was watching a basketball game the other day. I think it was Status Pro Basketball, and the guy was playing. It was like flip, and it's like, okay, it's a pass and flip. Okay, here's the shot. Roll the dice. Okay, no, flip, and he was like, go, go, go. And maybe he didn't even roll the dice for the shot. Maybe he's flipping cards, but it was like
no, because the random numbers on the cards. You don't.
Okay, yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, but it's like you go through this stack, and that was the 12-minute quarter. And he was going through it at a pretty good clip. So, I mean, I think you go through the stack, 3 times or 4 times for a quarter. So it was a longer game, but it flowed pretty well. So as long as you knew what to look at, I was like, boy, that's what I was looking at. But this other game that I found, that regular season basketball game. Let's see if I can find that again. That's the one that I found that was really good. Oh, I think I have it saved here somewhere in my things. That one was, I liked how they set that up. See if I can show you a picture here. So, okay, see if I can share this picture here. So this basketball game is really interesting. So let me share that if you guys can see that at all. Let me make it big. I can't really see that, can you? No, you can't. Let me take that off. So what that game does is when you roll the dice, let's just say you roll a 1 and 4, that's 5 points. You go across the chart and it tells you who did what. So in this example here for the 2012 Los Angeles Clippers, if you roll a 1 and a 4, you get 5 points in that 3-minute clip. And it says Crawford goes 1 for 2 from the field. Barnes goes 1 for 1 for the field. Crawford gets 1 for 1 on three free throws, and then Bledsoe is 0 for 1 from 3-point land. So it gives you
Right.
the stats of what happened and how you got those 5 points. I thought that's like shootout hockey. It's like, that is like really cool. So now, and you don't even need to keep the stats. You can just roll and get the score for the game with so 4 rolls a quarter. So 4 quarters, 16 rolls, boom, 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 and you're done. And it's really fun. And if you want to, you can keep the stats. So I just got that in today, and I just printed that out. And I'm going to play out some Celtics Sixers, and I got the 83-84 season. So I'm really looking forward to that, because it's, as much as I like the Sweet 16 from Roberto Schiavini, which was fun. This gets a little bit more meat on the bone. This is a little bit more towards the shootout hockey. So if I want a quick play game, I'll go to the Sweet 16. But if I want to go to something with a little more meat on the bone, I can do this. And with the Sweet 16, you can artificially add the stats at the end, but this kind of keeps it all together when you're playing the game.
That's cool.
And I did like that. Yeah. So, so that regular season basketball game, I really did like. And I'm going to be playing some of that. I'll probably stream some of that too. And they gave you all the teams for that season. They gave you a lot of stuff. I was pretty happy with the stuff that they gave you in that. They gave you a copy of the entire season. That was kind of neat. So you could see exactly what the scores were and compare it next to that. So
nice.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Yeah. So yep. So a couple of basketball games I'm going to play. So I'm trying to keep. So Ron was telling everybody, I'm just trying to keep busy here.
Yes.
As we go, because So my hardcover book came in today.
Which one?
It was, remember the second in the series. Remember I told you I was reading a book and that was
Penny Castro Blue Pill Diaries.
No. This was I'm reading. It's called Ice Station. And, that was so I got that on a paperback at some thrift store, and I read that was a good book. And remember I told you I'm only 20 pages in. I'm really liking it.
Right.
So it's a part 1 of 5. I guess they're all individual, but you could continue the story. So I bought the second one, hardcover, $6 on Amazon, free shipping.
Nice.
And that came in today. So and it's in great shape. So I'm all excited. So I got the second series in that book there. So yeah. So So it wasn't all of a bad day today, for the most part. So I'm kind of hoping that, things can continue on.
Good.
So what's been going on with you real quick, Ron?
Just a pretty quiet day. It was sunny out this morning. Went out and got my 4 minutes of sun. Can't get any more than that. And good day for the wife so far. So I'm going to stream some baseball and probably crash. Because I did not sleep well last night.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Well, that sucks.
That seems to be one night I'll sleep and the next night I won't. So it's a draggy day.
Yeah. No, I hear you.
It's a draggy day, but not terrible, but just draggy. So
don't do that. Don't do that.
Is it contagious?
Sometimes.
My cat will do that. She'll get up here at night with the fan on, and she'll yawn right in the fan, and it is contagious. If she starts like, oh, God. Yep.
Oh, I think I can share this. Okay, yeah, I can finally share this. So I called up the file. So let me just share this real quick before we jump out. So hopefully you guys can see this. Okay, I'll even see if I can make it a little bit bigger. So we can see that now.
Oh, nice.
Okay, so you can see right here that if I roll the dice and I roll snake eyes, I get 2 points. And it tells you that Larry Bird was 1 for 3. So he's the guy that gets the 2 points. No 3-pointers. It shows you my offensive rebounds, my defensive rebounds, and there were no assists. Conversely, if I get on to, say, 36, which is 9 points, Henderson goes 1 for 3. DJ goes 3 for 4. Henderson's 1 for 1 from the free throw line. And then Henderson is 1 for 3 from 3-point land. And it shows you McHale got an offensive rebound, DJ got a defensive rebound, and DJ got an assist, and Ainge got an assist.
Cool.
So that I really like that. That is kind of neat how you can roll. And so what would happen is whatever you roll the dice. So if you, like I say, you rolled that 3-6, that's 9 points in those 3 minutes that you got. And then it shows you the breakdown if you want to do that. So I was really excited when I saw that because this really reminds me of shootout hockey.
Yes,
it really does.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and no, there's no individual cards. In fact, how it's set up is that the first person that scores, you on the score sheet, you just start writing them in order as they scored, and that's really important as far as calculating final points of the game too, because it does something about in the order that they score is how they calculate the final stats. But I've rolled the dice and I played a game, but I haven't kept stats yet. So if you just want to play a quick play, it does roll pretty quick. But if you want to keep the stats, it takes a little bit longer, but I think that'd be kind of fun.
Yeah, 2d6, that's pretty quick.
Yep, 2d6. And so it goes again, it's 11 to 66 is the other dice rolls. It's even got on the side over here. See that rest chart over there on the side? Your first roll of the game actually determines who sits and who doesn't. So it's kind of weird how that happens. So you'll have people that won't play in a game during the regular season per se. Now, obviously, if I'm in the playoffs, I think it even said in the directions, if you roll snake eyes, so Larry Bird would not be resting in the playoffs. So you could actually determine, who's in the playoff game. But for regular season, that's how you would see who would sit out for the day. But yeah, I mean, it's kind of neat. They got the little logo here. Obviously, it's not an official game, but whatever. It's just a simple little game. But boy, I love this, Ron. I love how they got the dice rolls, and then
great color for you too.
It's great color, and you just read across, and it tells you who scored the points. I'd like to see a football game like that. We say, a drive-by-drive game where you get the touchdown and you just
how many carries and
Yeah, I mean, wouldn't that be kind of cool?
That would be kind of cool.
So it would say, look, it's going to be, you got 14 points in this quarter, and this is what happened. Brady threw for a touchdown to Branch, or this guy ran it in, and that would be kind of neat. I thought that was a very unique game, and I'm glad that. I'm
glad you got it. Glad that you liked it. All right, I'm gonna jump out because I got set up. It's the Angels and the Yankees.
Oh yeah, IDS Angels. Yeah. So all right, so Angels and the Yankees in about 5 or 10 minutes over on Twitch.
5 or 10 minutes. Yeah, I got to set up. So
all right, so he's gonna set up. So we're gonna let you go, and then we'll let everybody else jump up and head over there to Twitch. I'll be watching myself while I play that basketball game. I'll try to set that up on an Excel sheet so we can play some of it live. APBA Chatter is back. Good. APBA Chatter. We're going to jump out here in a couple of minutes. We're going to go watch Ron play some baseball tonight. And Robbie, it does look easy, and I can't wait to do a video on it because it's just got a little bit more depth. And which game are you looking at? That basketball game? Yeah, it's called Regular Season Basketball. And I'll get you the website. Hang on one second. I will get you that website. That website is... And it's got a free demo too. Okay. So I will post the website. Let's see if I can come over here and do it. So I will post the website here. I will put it here. Okay. So this is where you would find the website. You don't need the free demo. That's just the page that I was on. But I will share this real quick before we head out. Chrome tab, regular season basketball. So this is regular season basketball. Okay. Let's see if I can zoom in a little bit on that. Give you guys a better look at it. Okay. So yeah. So if I go to the home, regular season basketball, statistic, blah, blah, blah. You saw how it looks. If you go to the free demo, you can actually download a couple of teams and some instructions. And as an example, example play is really good. So what you actually do is you look at the offensive rating and the defensive rating, and then you have a modification, and you actually have to put in a minus. So you figure out where you want to put in the minuses. So let's just say, so the first 3 minutes, there's no modification. But in the third section, let's say Dallas scored 10 points. You subtract 2 to make it 8. And so that's where the home court advantage come in is that you have the modification here of -12 or -19. So at some point, you're subtracting 19 points from the road team and 12 points from Miami, who's the home team. So as you can see, Dallas, every time you roll, by the end of the game, you subtract 19 points, and Miami only subtracts 12. So it's really kind of neat how they have that factored in too. That's the only math you need to do. And it gives you an example of how you roll and the whole bit. Over here is a quick printed example of the team. This is kind of what I showed everybody here. That's a 2012, 2013 team. You can see that the columns go across. And there's another picture of the rosters there. So, yeah. So that's kind of how that goes. And then you got the score sheet you can fill in, and they have all that there. But I think you could set it up in a spreadsheet and do it right online. So, yeah, go check that out. That's the website, rsbasketball.jimdofree.com. I think Jim Dufree is the name of the web host there. But I sent them a payment on Friday. They didn't get back to me till today, but I did get the game in, so it's all good. It's all legit. Before I said anything, I wanted to make sure that they came through. So they did come through. And so I got my game and I'm off and running, and I'm going to go upstairs and play while Ron does his baseball game. So, yeah, no problem. Tom, thanks for stopping by tonight. Usually we go a little bit longer, but I want to give Ron a chance to go and play his game tonight and got shot. Thanks for tuning in. Big Clue, thanks for coming by. We're actually going to sign out now and head over to Twitch to Retro Sports Network so we can watch Ron play his baseball game. But I wanted to come back and say hi to everybody. I took last night off. I wasn't feeling very well. I feel better tonight a little bit. Even doing the show, I can feel the stress coming off my chest a little bit. So I'm hoping that's all it is. ID, I think you might like this basketball game if you like basketball. And boy, this would be a way to do a baseball or a hockey game. Maybe not hockey, but baseball or football for sure. If you could see how many points you get in an inning and it tells you who did what. I think scoreboard baseball is like that. You roll the dice, see how many runs you get, and then it tells you who got the runs in that inning or who got the hits. I think there was a game like that for baseball. And boy, that would be cool with football too. You roll a quarter, let's say, and you got 21 points in a quarter, and it tells you what happened. That would be kind of neat. It would save so much time on stats, and still the game would play pretty quick. And APBA Chatter, thanks so much. I am feeling a little bit better. Hopefully tomorrow I'll feel a little bit better too, and we'll see how all that goes. But it's 7 o'clock, so I'm jumping out. I'm gonna go see my buddy Ron on Twitch. Thanks for everybody tuning in. Thanks for all the good wishes. Yeah, I'm gonna go play some more baseball, and maybe tomorrow I'll have a video up on another basketball game. I was gonna go play basketball. I don't even like basketball. I like old basketball. I like Larry Bird. I'm gonna play some Larry Bird and see how it goes. So anyway, thanks for tuning in. I got the gold seals up tonight. So hopefully when PJet watches the replay and Patch watches the replay, they'll see I got my seals going on tonight. And I got my Celtics banner up over here to show my love for the Celtics. So thanks for everybody tuning in. And we will talk to everybody. Corey, thank you so much. And I'm going to try to feel better. Hopefully I will. Thank you so much. Talk to everybody later. Have a good night. Bye-bye. Hopefully see you tomorrow.